been here all the time. How could I have overlooked you?
Next to Anne, it's easy to do.
Before I wrote the novel, I think hardly anybody knew about Mary Boleyn. Certainly until I started the research, I hadn't heard of her.
You know, nobody had written articles about her. There was no public, interest in her, really. I mean, she was just another of the king's mistresses.
She was literally, in Sheila Rowbottom's phrase, a character hidden from history. She was there, but people hadn't been very interested in her because she made no difference to the historical record, unlike her sister who did.
Not a great deal is known about Mary, but enough to establish that she was not exactly the saintly daughter who ended up in an adulterous affair by the designs of her father. For one, she had already come under disrepute when she was in France before she came to the English court.
I have read different versions of how kind of promiscuous she was, whether or not she had been kind of very wild when she was living in France with her sister when they were being raised there, or had just kind of had this affair with Henry after being married to William Carey.
There is no doubt that she had a sexual relationship with Henry before he married Anne Boleyn. We know she had 2 children. First, the daughter, Catherine, was born, and then the son, Henry. There's a possibility that Henry did father those children. But since she was married to William Carey, there was no way for him to claim them as his own. But what we don't know about Mary is whether she did actually have a child by William Stafford. We know that she lived out her life in obscurity, that she left court after her secret marriage to Stafford was discovered, and she never returned to court, as far as we know, again.
It works out all right for her that she inherits, in the end, all her family's fortune, and she survives, whereas all the other Boleyns die within a few years of each other.